everybody. Welcome to our first edition of a seated barre class. I'm so excited to teach this class to you today. My name is Mary. I love teaching barre. I've taught it for more than a decade now, and sometimes that standing barre class is a balancing challenge, or you might just not have the equipment household that's that countertop. So we brought in the chair. I hope you have one at home. Any household chair will do. A few chairs to avoid would be that swivel chair or a desk chair that's on rollers. Not good. You could use any type of chair. My chair today is actually from my patio, and it does have arms, but you do not need arms on your chair to do this class. We will use the back of our chair for resistance. So I have this little lumbar pillow that I'm going to put back there just because mine's a wood chair, and sometimes when I slide back, it'll help me find when we do our ab work. You might want something back there to adjust your depth. You never want your feet coming off the ground if your chair is that deep. So you could even use a stool. You wouldn't have the back. It would be more challenging on some of the ab work, but that's okay. One thing, if during our arm section, you can use weights in your hands, or you can just really just squeeze and engage that muscle. You'll get almost the same work. I have some canned goods nearby I'll grab to demonstrate that. So if you want to grab that before we get started. I've always done this chair workout when I'm on a long drive and I want to try to get some movement without getting out of the car. I have these little things that I've done, and so it's kind of fun to share them with you today. I also do it on airplanes a lot, so I'm not kicking the seat ahead of me, but there's some subtle things that you can do to really move and kind of awaken the muscles. Okay, if you have your canned goods and you've got your comfy chair, I think we're ready to get started. So we're going to start just with a warm-up. If you can, move to the front edge of your chair. You want to try to create a 90-degree angle between your ankle, your knee, and your hip. That's a good height to be at. If you're a little bit higher, that's great. If you're a little bit lower, maybe put a pillow underneath your seat so that you're either your hips are even with your knees or slightly higher. Okay, from there, we're just gonna start by warming up today. We're gonna just extend our arms long, long, long to the sky and bring them back down. While you do this, you're gonna take a deep breath in, extend and breathe in, and exhale, let it go. From there, hands just gently on our thighs, and we're gonna do a roll down, starting with your chin, comes into your chest. Now draw your navel towards your spine and just roll down your body as far or as short as you'd like to go. And then on the exhale, roll back up. Ah, that feels good. Roll downs are always great in the morning. One more time, deep inhale, chin into chest, and roll it down. You might notice I'm wearing socks. Those are optional. And roll it back up. I just like it to be able to glide a little bit easier on the floor for some of the movements we're doing today, but barefoot, socks, or a shoe is fine. Okay, from here, we're gonna do our little knee ups to get our legs going. So you can put your hands on your hips, or you can hold the edge of your chair for more stability. And we're just gonna start to push through our toes, feeling that toe point, feeling our ankles warm up. Little movements. And breathing. There we go. How about we extend our arms up high in the sky if you're feeling balanced and good. Good morning. Good afternoon. From here, we pull down and down. Feel your long, straight spine from the tip of your head to your tailbone. Your back is perfectly flat right now, so I'm not hunching. I'm keeping nice and strong. Then we try to cross over, bringing the opposite knee or elbow to the opposite knee. There you go. From here, we're going to go back to that center position, even it out for just 10. There you go. Pull, pull. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job on the warm-up. We're gonna move on to a little bit of arm work. I like to call this ballet arms. You could sit maybe halfway into your seat, and you're gonna open your arms in front of your body. From here, we just open and close. Remember, sitting up nice and tall. Open and close. Inhale, exhale. There you go, 4 more of these. Every time I open, I'm feeling my shoulder blades draw together behind me. And from here, I hold them closed. I lift up and down. Inhale and exhale. There you go. 4 more. We go 1, 2, creeps up on you, doesn't it? 3, and 4. We're gonna add some circles. So we take it up, open, back to center. Up, open, back to center. A little smoother. Around, around. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's reverse it just for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Let's try the same round movement using the lower half of our body. So we'll start with our arms down low. We lift them to parallel. We open, we bring them down. Again, inhale and exhale. Nice and slow at first, just getting that movement. Exhale. Taking it tempo here, we lift it up, around, and down. There we go, just 4 of these, then we'll reverse it. And right here, back the other way, out to the sides, forward and down, around, around, around. Last one here. There you go. Arms go up high. Take one hand, reach it out to the side. Now see if you can turn your head, looking towards your fingertips, and reach with that upper arm over your body, keeping that spine nice and straight. You'll feel a nice stretch in your torso. And back up. Let's try that on the other side. Reach over and extend, and over, and extending the other way. Couple more of these. Reaching, your head follows. It's a good neck stretch, head stretch, and open. And last one. There we go. From here, I'm going to come to the edge just so I avoid my arms. If you have an armless chair, you can find your sweet spot. We're gonna just butterfly our arms. So we bring them up, drawing our wrists together and floating them back down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. So you kind of draw the elbows up. That's where the wrists meet. And then draw the elbows down. Float it. Don't fly away on me. That's it. Few more. And then a little faster. We go down and up. Just 8 of these. Inhale, exhale, last 4, 2, 3, and 4. Great job. Hopefully you feel those arms waking up. Maybe a little shoulder roll, one at a time or both at the same time. And we're gonna shake out those arms and give our legs a little work while our arms recover. So I'm at the edge of my chair. For this one, I'm gonna hold the edge of my chair, and I'm gonna find a comfortable but balanced position on my seat. From here, I'm gonna make my feet hip width apart. They're parallel. And now I'm just gonna work on a position that just is gliding my foot along the floor. I'm starting with my right foot. I glide it to an extended point, and I really feel my quad engage at this point, and then I glide it back in. So I inhale, glide out, exhale, glide it back in. Sitting nice and tall here. Inhale, glide it, and back. This is called tendu in ballet. Glide it and in. Couple more. All right, feel that nice tight leg at the extension. And now hold it there. Let's add a lift and pull it back in. Now that lift, your leg is going up because you're engaging your quad so much. It doesn't matter how high you go, but how straight your leg is here. So I just extend, I lift, I tap it, I pull it in. Inhale, exhale, tap it, pull it. Again. There you go. Inhale, exhale. And this time we're gonna hold it up just at your comfort, as high as you can while keeping it straight, and tiny lift up, just 1 inch. Inhale. Good, on the work, that's where you wanna press your breath out. You exhale, exhale. Good, from here, hold it stick straight, tiny little circles. Hello, quads. Reverse that circle. Now, tiny lifts to finish. Your toe might even be tapping on the floor right now. That's okay. Just 10 of these. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Put it down. Good news, that right leg is done. Not so good news, we got a left leg. So let's get set up again. Nice tall body. And that left leg's gonna do just what we did on the right side. It just glides along the floor, feeling that extension through your ankle, through your knee, and the tightening of your quad. Bring it back in. Extend, bring it in. Extend, bring it in. Notice my leg that's not doing the work, that's at a 90-degree angle. So check that. Extend. Inhale, exhale, couple more. There you go. Are you ready to add on? Remember, we extend, lift it, tap it, back in. Again, inhale, exhale, tap, bring it in. Keep going. You've got this. Nice tall body, straight spine. Inhale. If you need a little support of your back, you can build up those pillows behind you to help you keep that nice straight position. Okay, this one, we're gonna extend it, leave it up there, tiny lifts, just up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Inhale, exhale, couple more, hang in there. Ooh, my leg is starting to quiver, a little shake. That's okay, that's your muscle changing, little circles. Just trace a dime with your big toe. Inhale and exhale. Close your eyes, dig in deep, reverse that circle. And now hold it perfectly still, tiny lifts to finish, just 10 of these. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's enough. Woo! I told you it was seated. I didn't say it was going to be easy though, did I? I hope you felt the nice work that your thighs just got there from that position. We're going to give those legs a rest, move back to our arms. This is where I'm going to bring in my canned goods. We're going to do a little bit of bicep work and shoulder presses, but just from that seated position. So you can hold on to these or not. If you don't have the can, take that squeeze out of your bicep or out of your fist and put it up into your upper arm. So all the tension there, bring the tension into the muscle that you want to change. All right, from here, I'm going to have a slight bend of the arm and my arms are in a W position. Nice tall body. Again, remember that. Imagine a broomstick just going down your spine that's just pressed up against your back from your tailbone to the tip of your head. You're gonna just try to hold that position, slight bend, and we press out, out, draw it back in. Extend on the inhale, and exhale, bring it back in. There you go. That's right. Few more. Extend it. Now when I extend, I don't go all the way straight. I have just still a slight bend in my elbows. Press it, pull it. Think of pushing away and resisting as you pull it back in. Now I'm gonna hold it out just a little bit, that slight bend in my elbows, and I lift, lift, lift. Good for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on 10, I'm gonna bring my arms right in front of my body and I'm gonna pull them in again, press them out. Pull them in and in, press out and out. So you're moving through mud, resisting along the way. In, out, out. Not fully extended on that extension. Tiny, tiny bend in the elbow. A few more. Inhale, exhale. You've got this. Pull it in. Now this time, hold it out there, tiny lifts. I have a light grip, you'll see. I'm putting all that squeeze in my bicep for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on 10, I'm gonna grip it a little more because I'm gonna come to my 90-degree angle. Wrist is right above the elbow and elbow's even with my shoulder. From here, I'm gonna open my arms and I'm gonna turn my palms so they're facing forward. I press up and I pull down. I inhale, exhale. Press it, pull it. Couple more. There you go. Let's take it tempo and down. 2, 3, we're going to 10, 4, 5, keep going, almost there. That's 7, 8, 9, and on 10, bring it back down. I've got a little finish here. We're gonna try to draw our elbows together and tiny little presses here, just up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. You should really feel it in your shoulders. If the elbows don't quite come together, that's okay. Now just take it tempo 10 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and woo, 10. Okay, I think our whole arm is done. A little bit of tricep work. So from your seated position, just hinge forward. Your back is flat still. And you're gonna try to extend your arms behind you. If you need to, you can turn on angle. I'm gonna show you what it looks like this way, depending on the depth of your chair. I like it going forward because it helps you to keep your hands above your seated position. And from there, you just go uphold, uphold, up and squeeze, up and squeeze. There you go. Now hold the up and just try to draw both fists together, both cans towards each other, 1 inch. Squeeze in, squeeze in. Now hold the squeeze behind your body, just tiny bend and stretch. I'll show you on angle again. You do little bend, extend, little bend, extend. The movement is just a quiver. Little bend, big stretch. There you go. Little bend, big stretch. And now take that tempo to finish. Bend, stretch for 2, going to 10. That's 4, 5, 6, hang in there. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's shake those arms out and give them a rest. So feet are just hip width apart, and we're gonna really feel our ankles and go into our calves. If you'd like to use your chair for support, that's great. We're just gonna lift our heels up and down. Breathing deep, inhaling and exhaling. Lift your heels, drop your heels. Good. Try to avoid shrugging your shoulders. I think I caught myself doing that just now. Really relax your shoulders. Depending on the length of your arms, you might need to have a little bit of a bent arm to get that position. Good. Really feel all the way through the foot, all the way through the ankles. Up and down. A little faster here for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On 8, come down, draw your heels together. This is first position. We're working in a slight turnout. We're starting to open our hips, and we're gonna do it a little bit more. From here, you rise up and down, up and down, putting as much pressure into the balls of your feet as you can. That's really gonna wake up the calf muscle, and you'll feel a nice little bit of work in there. The more forward you are and putting weight into your feet, the more you'll feel that. Try not to hinge forward though. Stay nice and straight, but just maybe edge forward on your chair. Up and down. There you go. Tempo here. Let's rise up and up. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last position of heel raises. We're going to open our feet into second position. There's still a little bit of a turnout here, and we lift our heels up and down. Press and release. Inhale, exhale. Keep going just like that. Really feel the calves engaging. Nice tall position. Tempo, here we go. Take it 1, just to 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on 8. Shake that out, bring it all together. We're gonna get a little bit of a hip stretch going here. So let's turn on angle. Now I have arms on my chairs. Whether you do or not, it doesn't matter. If you have arms and you wanna grip the top arm, that's fine. You can have one hand on top and one hand on the base of your chair. Or if you don't have arms, both hands can be on the base. We're gonna take this knee and just slide it back so your hip and your knee are in line, or maybe you can extend it back and start to get a little bit more of a hip flexor stretch. We've done a lot of lifting and marching on those legs today that we wanna try to stretch that out. You might wanna add your outside arm, bring it up to that ballet arm we did, and then lean towards the back of your chair in that position for a nice big hip and side stretch. Ah, that feels good. Okay, from here, draw your knee back in. It's just dangling beneath your hip, and your left seat is seated on the edge of your chair. Now from here, I'm gonna try to open my knee out just a little bit, and my toe is still on the ground. You can see my back foot. All right, I'm gonna draw my navel away from my arm, and I'm just gonna flex my foot. So my heel and my foot is suspended off the ground. From there, I'm just gonna lift 1 inch, lower an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Inhale, exhale. You'll feel that outside seat muscle engaging pretty quickly. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now hold that little lift. You're only up an inch. From there, try to draw your seat towards your chair. So if your heel is at 5 o'clock on a clock, you're trying to wrap your heel. Press it to 6 o'clock and release. Press wrap. We inhale. Exhale. Press. A little faster here to finish for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake that out, and let's get the other side. So we rotate. I'm rotating to my right. My right leg is in front, and I'm gonna stretch out the left hip first. So I can grab the chair, I can reach down towards the base, let that knee kind of dangle right beneath the hip. I can hinge forward a little bit here, and then I try to extend my left leg back. This is a lunge position. It's a great stretch on that hip. You can add in that outside arm and reach it over your body. Oh, it feels great. Okay, now we gotta wake up that other seat. So bring the knee back down to a comfortable position. If you can, open the knee slightly away from your body. Keeping that strong upper body. I have my back toe resting on the ground right now. I'm gonna flex my foot so that now it's suspended in the air. From there, I just lift up an inch. Lift up an inch. Good. Even if your foot is resting on the ground, you could just try to lift it from the ground and then rest it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift, and lift. Couple more. Lift. Now hold that lift, and here's our wrap. We press that left heel back from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I really squeeze right where the seat and the back of the leg come together. That's what's making my leg move. Sitting up nice and tall, wrap it, exhale. Good, little quicker to finish here. Just 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let that dangle down. Release it and come back to center. We're just gonna find those abs and do a few cool down stretches to finish here today. We're gonna start by sitting up tall and then place your hand on your navel. You're gonna feel your navel draw towards your spine and your hips tuck under in your seated position, and then back up. If you want to try to find it by using the back of your chair for pressure or to press against your lower back, you can inhale, nice tall body, and then as I draw my spine toward, or my navel towards my spine, I press my lower back into the lower seat part, the back rest of my chair. And then I raise out of that. You'll feel the abs engage, really working on our lower abs here. Squeeze, release. Good. Now hold that squeeze and see if you could just press into the back of your chair and sit back up. Press, little chair sit-ups. Tuck it under as you lean back and back forward. Inhale and exhale. Press, squeeze. There you go. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and last one, 4. Sit up nice and tall and maybe scooch to a comfortable position on your chair. And we're gonna stretch that out by reaching our arms up and grabbing our elbow. And what we wanna do is just lean to feel the rib cage open and our obliques get a nice stretch in them. Let's try that on the other side. Reaching up, I'm gonna bend my right elbow, draw it across, sitting nice and tall so my hinge comes from my torso. Ah, that feels good. Arm in front of your body for a little stretch. I like to make a little hook with that opposite arm. And let's do that on the other side. There you go. We're gonna cool down our legs too, so extend one leg in front of your body and point and flex. And roll the foot around. Roll it the other way. And let's get our other leg, same thing. Extend it out, point and flex. Roll the ankle. And roll it back the opposite direction. Always making sure to go both ways. And bring it back in. Now head just leans gently to the side and up, and gently to the other side and up, and chin forward and back to straight, forward, back to straight. 1, roll down for that great good day stretch. Inhale and chin into chest, rolling down. Big breath in at the bottom, and on the exhale, roll it back up. Arms up high, little stretch right, little stretch left, and hands come down. Well, have a great day, everybody. I'm so glad you joined me. My name's Mary, and I hope to see you again soon for more exercises, strengthening and increasing our flexibility and working on that breath and just feeling good about ourselves.